I just wanted to go ahead and give out some information about a few things that were going on. So, Atlanta, unfortunately, maternity warfare is going to be one of them, and then also current like updates about patterns and trends in investigations at the FBI. It's like really not much to say except for that everyone exposed themselves, which let everyone know that they had the intention of creating so much drama, lies, and slop, and that they thought they had something. So people are looking for what is that specific thing that you think that I can't shine my eye on? What do you think that you have in the corner of your hand or that's out of my eye, out of my sight, and then out of my mind that you may want to try? So when you have to like go into like this, and then your whole eye turn and you can see into what's in there. This is what like they write about in these different books, like R.O. Tolkien and shit like that, and da 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 da. It's not literally like far off places. Like you really have to just go do like Z and move your eyes inside out, and then boom, you can look into another space. So you know, there's something like going on where people are thinking that they're stopping, us from saying what they were doing, or that they have like these different plots and plans. But like I said, when you're aquatic, that's how it starts. You just go there. So, anyways, you guys, like something happened in Atlanta that I saw, and I just thought it was very interesting. And it was this woman. Yeah, she ended up. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, this is very interesting. The things that are coming out in America these days. Yeah. So right. And then I saw this happen in this city, state, and town, Baltimore, as she was pregnant, or at her baby shower, or it was her birthday. It was her birthday. Sometimes those are the same things. It can feel like the same thing. Pregnant is her birthday, baby shower. So this just happened. A woman was killed. Yeah, she was. I think it was a Mother's Day. That can also feel like your birthday. Thank you. It was like those 3 days. Yeah, Baltimore mother killed, and it was her birthday. And then a war in Atlanta. Okay, okay, you guys. So let's kind of get our mind wrapped around this, okay? And a few other things that I want to discuss. So, family says woman declared brain dead, but her pregnancy continues. She was about 9 weeks pregnant. She had multiple cranial hematomas. She had gone into a hemorrhagic shock, level 3. She had ruptured parts of a specific aspect of the circle of Willis, which is the circulatory system in her brain, which has caused her to become brain dead, but vital aspects of the placenta are still intact, which is allowing the CO2 exchange to still occur, and the exchange of nutrients to still occur. Those two functions are still going, right? So that says that there is a capacity for the consciousness to be revived. The birth would actually do it. Now, one of the things that got started here is this has something to do with playing in that computer with Nation of Islam and getting the computer reversed back onto you when you are playing with Lord.
Tonight, a metro Atlanta mother lies brain dead in a hospital room, being kept alive only because she's pregnant.
So her case is now raising a lot of new questions about Georgia's controversial heart law.
It's very controversial. So I just feel like, okay, there's a lot going on, a lot of drama, discussions, playing with magic, all their hands are on their names. Doesn't matter. The biggest thing here is that there's a child here. Please handle this situation accordingly because the child's going to be here. So I guess she did not know when she had gotten into that situation that she was pregnant. Okay, or maybe that's actually the problem that she had found out, and somebody did not want that to be occurring. So they found a tool in a game. Bitch, whatever. I'm cute. You could tell what type she was. Yeah, flashing her eyes up and down. Thank you. I'm not gonna say anything yet. What culture though? Okay. Oh, ooh. So, you guys need to be careful with what you're getting involved in, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about is how I was like doing like certain Google searches yesterday. And you guys know that there's discussions going on in the virtual reality. Don't mind my shirt, that's actually out of control. Wow. Please don't mind this. So, One of the things that was going on is discussions get started in the virtual reality and it just goes all day. There's a cipher, there's all this stuff going on, they're hella ridiculous, it's like out of control. News, information, rumblings, chaos. Okay, I don't know, like the way to express this is an energy that's uh, wild and what you call radical, a heat. If I tell you the truth of how I'm feeling, it's a heat. That's Spanish. Your your ears, you're gonna say too much heat. So what I have to say express, right? So anyways, you guys, so that's really Spanish for like what I have to say. You may not want to really like process that, but or it may make you feel a certain type of way. But I was doing Google searches and there was something that came up for a few topics in the virtual reality. One of them was the transgenders playing games and causing like warfare and getting into whatever because of their story. And I'm going to say it again, getting into whatever because of your story. Getting into whatever because of your story. Do you notice my eyes are rock steady? Getting into whatever is clever. So remember, they had pills going, they had hormones going, stories going, which can also function as chemical reactants for delusion. They have gender dysphoria and dysphoria going. Do you guys know that the federal government today solidified something for the queer community, queer gay community? You guys playing games with any type of chemical, starting scandals, starting anything, you're going to jail. Anybody using the virtual reality to try to get dates, play games, you're getting charged with rape, period. Specifically, because of what they saw transgenders doing, uploading men that have families, things like that, and playing with women and causing unnecessary mess. Like this whole Zizzy and Colt, like it just went way too far. Like it's just too much. That's just too much. And then we know that there's something traditionally that goes on in the community where white males uh, then get into functioning as queer men, acting as queer men of color or women of color. So you know that that's like a problem that's getting rectified. But I want to say one of them followed me, but it was who that followed me. So I just want to tell you, I used to work with the tranny a long time ago, and this tranny did not like know what they were doing when they were walking into it because somebody walked them into it. But one of the things here with the transgenders is they got access to that technology. They're playing, they got their hand wrapped in it. Because of this case, someone got started. Everyone's like watching them and getting them settled and wrapped up in a bunch of stuff. One of the transgenders that I worked with like a long time ago, they were involved with this woman named like Elizabeth. She used to be like a male scientist. Now she's like a female scientist and has like an Asian wife, but she's also a wife. They have kids. So she gets into the laboratory because they've reproduced in a different way and they're playing with transgenders and causing chaos. But there's one that was also on the SFUSD school board that didn't know they got exposed. They were playing. Something came about why there's a bunch of security at the Fox Plaza now. Like, yeah, there's like hella security cameras. There's hella like the door codes. Hella shit got started there, I guess. So because somebody went in, got computers that belonged to um, DCYF, three of them, and made off with laptops, like work laptops. Like, oh, they don't really use it. They'll never notice if these are like on, and they're connected to the server in the system and getting the access codes and like, okay, we can just go through there, go on the desktop. They have like the local files. We can go on like a Wi-Fi anywhere and like just hop on or play with this and that, and then go into budgets and this and that. And they found a bunch of stuff that was going on for funding, community, all of this. So that's who did that. So I just wanted to let you know that that's the reason why they did that at Fox Plaza, right? Yeah, they started a bunch of shit and it has something to do with my old city and county email. That's like actually still going. I never even used that email because I had my TSF email. So they gave me like a DCYF email. I had an SFGov email, DCYF email to go on the computer, go on the server. I never used it. Somebody was using it to try to log in. That's how they found it. So any file or folder that you go into on that computer, that's the first thing that they tell you. I never went in that. I'm telling you, I'm so clean professionally. People think it's actually hilarious that I get online talking like this, but like when I go to work, I'm so clean professionally. So they were playing with that warfare, and that transgender didn't know that that story was going left and right, and it came up again in cases and charges with the delete, and they solidified the fact that it was them because of that, and tied their hands to that Zizian cult because they thought that they had something to play with my handy, which is the fact that we that he didn't know that we knew about like some story that they had crafted with like three people that no one's like connected to, and everyone's like now asking like to verify that they know this and that person, and that there has to be conversations in person and cross depositions and all kinds of stuff because of what they did with the UN lying, starting shit that they were on a group of fucking your family. No one takes them seriously legally. So all their cases are getting reopened, everything's getting relitigated. It's like a bunch of shit going on, and they're bringing official systems to make fast track it all, to make it keep on going faster. But they handled like the biggest things, playing with magic, secret society groups, what they tried with Pine Bondi, and playing with spell work and magic. So they were doing magic on her. Whoa, a two-time divorcee, huh? I'm a tough girl. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's the perfect blonde. You guys really shouldn't have started that. So, you guys know, like, one of the things that, also, too, I just have to say, that little girl that got hit, it has something to do with PNB Rock and somebody playing with virtual reality with her family. Sorry, like, side note. That was like the bigger note because somebody went to go be messy in virtual reality talking, and that's how a gun got put on that girl. And somebody shouldn't have started that, uploading that virtual reality, just starting that. Did I say that it was her? No. Did I say it was her family? No. I said somebody uploaded, played with that, and that's how that led to that little girl getting killed because it has something to do with like somebody else in her family. And this girl that recently LA, um, don't tell my boyfriend what I've been doing. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, I'm telling you, so many whole ass mess I got started in that computer. So, wow. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to let you guys know, that's somebody wants to hear more about another discussion about the Mayan Quado. That could come up later. Huey is resting. So, I feel like, later. But one of the things that is going to come out is somebody got caught up in playing with real estate drama. Daisy, you have no idea. Somebody's playing with mess with this. Yeah, we're just playing because we were involved in playing with orchestrating mess, but it backfired. Oh, yeah, everyone just found out about. If I show you one of the transgenders that I caught on my phone, you're gonna see how many people got arrested, right? And then wearing My Little Pony and Lisa Frank and stuff like that, and then fantasizing about being little girls and then going out and molesting kids. And because you guys told a lie like that, playing with my name like that, you thought that that was just going to be it. And you thought that people didn't have mind or soul enough to know the truth from a lie. And so much shit got started because somebody in my family, and their associates, they got a private investigator and they found out the worst. Yeah, they found out that somebody really started a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, and a lot of people just as they were planning drama and fuckery, like, oh, we could use this case and bring her in. She has no idea like how many like people like we have like okay, yeah, but we can just get killed. We can just get killed. Yeah, we have that evidence from this and that like story that they made. Like we can just say this and that. Okay, yeah, no one's gonna believe me because after four judges playing games with Daisy and starting hell shit with Russians and causing chaos, no one takes you seriously. Right? That's just how people feel about it. But I just wanted to say that somebody found out about Space TV because they were playing games with a bunch of bullshit today. Like today was like a lazy day. Um, Today was just like a lazy day for me. So I was like at home all day, and then I just like popped out. But as the space TV, virtual reality, whatever was going, exposing certain things that were going on, telling on meetings that were concurrently going, right? Like I'm telling you guys that this stuff is happening, so you know that the virtual reality is going on. I was mentioning about the book festival for kids, and that it's not going to be happening because of something that I started with stealing from artists and something that I started with my books and autopsies that they don't want people to know about. So it's not happening. And as I was talking about that, like blam, I ran into like somebody that works at the Children's Book Center in the library. So I was like, okay. And then I was like mentioning somebody's name, and then I like ran into her. She's like, "Oh, I just moved to San Francisco," and she was like a cute ass puppy that I'm about to go kidnap. Super random. I was like mentioning her name. They were not following me. They were not at all following me, and I know for a fact that they were not following me because I shouldn't have been on those roads at those times. So this is like where you get this whole following and stalking people thing and getting caught up like that. SIDS. They didn't know that I was. They didn't know they were gonna get caught like that. That all this was gonna happen. Like, oh, Daisy knows about these kids that passed away, and then oh, the license plate. Okay, okay. Oh, ooh, because somebody missed videos and stuff like that and think it's funny because they just had harassed another baby. So that's what they get playing with war. So I just wanted to let you guys know that something really got moved today. So basically, I was just like getting alerts like, hey, I just want you to know that this and that is going to happen legally. Like, we're about to settle this and this and that. That everyone's going to come in that last minute and they're about to get set up for what they started. Like, it's going to go hella far. So, there's a lot of people that were using this situation as a way to harass and stalk and taunt a bunch of other people. And it turned into like a big, like, catastrophe. And they can't deny that it got started. But what had to get unraveled, unfortunately, like this on YouTube with feds, investigators going back and forth, meetings, all that kind of stuff, litigation, is that they told the big ass lie that got unraveled in front of everybody. Also, too, I got another email for a class action lawsuit for LinkedIn. Okay. So that's one of the things I just wanted to let you guys know, and then also to be careful, people. Creating a problem, and look, we have a platform for class action lawsuit payments, and starting shit like, oh, start a payment solution right after causing drama. So now, one of the things here is there was like a discussion about people playing in housing and getting caught the fuck up. And I would just say this: you just never know what you're going to run into when you're playing games. A lot of people watch my channel, right? So you guys have to understand on the other end of it, when people are starting shit with me, putting my name in that, I'm kind of like I'm from space. I'm like a serpent. I have a physical body sometimes, but you know, there's other things that go on. There's a rabbit, she can talk. There's a goose, she can talk. She's also powerful. Okay, yeah, this planet, yeah, so you have to understand, like, I'm not like other people, so I don't really care like what people think about me and say about me. It's like not a problem for me. I don't like to have emotions for that type of stuff. Like, I feel like it's like kind of like below me sometimes. It's not a thing of like ego being narcissistic. Is Do other people feel like that? Oh, yeah. So like, like I just feel like I shouldn't worry about what you say, like, or that you're starting shit, like, because I don't like know you, and then I'm from like space too. On top of that, like, but even before that, like, but why though? Okay, okay, but you're lying. So, I just kind of don't get involved in like nonsense. My life is like very quiet. I like books. Mr. Rep after himself. Somebody's getting charged. Thank you, Hexet, and a bunch of other stuff going on. Don't play in America because you can really get hit. So, I just figure like early on in my life, it's just a certain way to be. You make your decisions, you make your choices. Make choices. Like, I'm eating all day today. I love the way this tastes. Am I gonna be feeling a type of way because I'm fat or this and that or whatever? I don't know. That's also subjective too. Why should I? I can fix it if it's really a problem. So, that's just kind of like the way that I used to live life. So when people from my high school, middle school, elementary school, and we're like grown and we still know each other and like we're watching this, or people that actually know me, they don't take the drama seriously. You guys have to understand that. So like, oh, okay. So they're just now hearing like why I haven't seen you, why you're not calling my phone, why this and that is going. Hit me in the chat. Show me how to find you on LinkedIn. Where's your new number? Da 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 da. Because they're doing chaos. And I don't know if you're getting my emails, all that type of stuff, right? Like they understand this. Like, okay, we'll get together. Jason knows how to find us in person. Certain people I'm doing that with. I'm still going through chain of command because everyone left their jobs too. Yeah, that's another thing too. They scattered the community all at once. It was like three different like switches of jobs, and people lost emails. Like literally, like whole groups of people like switch once, switch twice, switch three times because chaos all the way around and fake social justice leadership payments and initiatives and agendas that are about to get people put on military execution orders. So, because we're destabilizing the economy, move right. So now one of the things that's getting started here is there is like not a way for me to tell you guys like that I'm okay. You just have to see it and just understand it. There's not a way for me to explain. I don't explain myself. I don't get into any of that. I don't get into like what was me. I don't get into why would you. I don't get into any of that. Like, oh, I don't get into any of that. They want me to feel like, oh, that was uncomfortable. Like, I guess they expect me to be a whole different person. They just didn't know I was a serpent, right? So that was just really wow. So like that's just the world that I have. Hood bitches don't like it. They feel like it's too simple. So do you think you're smarter than me? Not at all. I just said like it could be more simple. You felt like I wanted you to be more complex. Be happy with who you are. You feel like I'm trying to get you to discredit yourself. Why? So you guys, when you hear these ratchet ass stories on my channel and this shit going into the ultimate, just know that they caused it for themselves because they're playing with magic. Stop getting me in the middle of it. So, you just have to let that go the way that it is going to keep on going. Soon they understand that there's different states of mind, right? Just because I'm not in the one that you have doesn't mean that mine's just not okay. Like the fucking your family network. Okay, you can go do that. Just don't do it around me in the black community. It ain't that hard. Let's go have some more for sure. Like, you know, it's a southern thing, right? It's so chillax, right? It's just so copacetic and it's so easy to understand and it's so rhythmic, right? It just becomes a state of mind. So there's no need for chaos and calamity and all the up and down and the roundabouts and all of that. It can just be simple. It can be very simple. So, that's just the worldview that I come with you guys. I'm never going to change that worldview. They have uploaded me to virtual reality for 5 years. I'm so consistent. Somebody's like, are you actually mentally ill? I actually might be. Damn, if it's such a problem, like call it a mental illness then. Like, okay, well, you're not reacting at all. Why am I supposed to? What the fuck? Yeah, and it's like hella ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of people that watch my channel that have had experiences and stuff like that, or all kinds of stuff. And I just want you guys to know, like, hey, God has a plan for everybody, right? So, anyways, I'd say that to say, there was like shenanigans going on with the virtual reality, and there's a conversation about housing and people getting set up. But long story short, something got started with eviction notice documents that were served and a bunch of shit going on. And then also too, there was something that had gotten started with people finding out about the worst. And there's also something going on where people are finding out about different mergers and acquisitions and deals that are being made because they're starting shit. I just let you guys know that there's just whoa, somebody got hit pound for pound playing with ebony free licks. That's all I say. And one of the things that got started is their Department of Defense military group, also to Hanifi, because Kelly Carlo and them, Desiree and them, Nation of Islam, they're not the same as that Department of Defense family group, right? They're like get out, right? They're that type of energy, like glamored, delusional. Like that's not a good example. Sell out. That other group, Hanifi, they're separate from that group, right? They help them come and then they use them to play, and then there's something going on there with mess. So just know that those factions are different. Now, I say that to say that because of some like nonsense that I got started, somebody just realized that God really punished the fuck out of them. So it's like you just have to be careful with what you start and what you do. And I think like in light of everything that's going on and all the elders that are sitting here and look at them talking about brotherhood of elders and da 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 and the communities on fire and da da da, you guys have now seen like why I act the way I act. So how many times was I correct? Okay, so be careful when you guys like when they're playing with lies and playing with things because there's certain like thing too that I've noticed. Like I know the truth, I know it's real, but why can I not feel? You know why? It's a lie. Look into the Lodi. Lodi is just lacoquazidae. It's like lacoquazidae is like a certain type of like chemical in your body. It's like likened to a certain type of like lendocrine, lymph and endocrine substance. Lendocrine. So like lymph is like one substance, endocrine it's like biochemical pathways, enzymes that trigger digestion, ovulation, la 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 la. It will be like something mixed between the two. So I say that to say that there could be something with nervous systems like for integrating truth and awareness. Because they really did try to glamour the whole United States playing with my name. That's really crazy. It's major, it's major. And then when they saw what they were building up, they said, oh, Well, she's casting works and doing that. I'm not casting any works. Some of you guys heard about tarot magic. Do you see me playing with works like that? Ten of Pentacles, the star, this and that. For what? High Priestess for what? I'm that. It doesn't work like that. Right? So you have to know, like, you know, this whole thing that they got started and the game that they're playing, I actually don't take them seriously at all. Yeah. So we're gonna be okay, community. I just wanted to let you guys know that and let you know that there was like some documents that I came into and some things that had gotten started and somebody realized that they really got set the fuck up and people are really using this to like wage war on them because they're starting all the shit in everyone's living community. Look how they're starting shit again, sending it again to let you know they're watching virtual reality. They're watching us. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. So that's all I have for today. Please don't like my shirt. Like I told you, it's like such a lazy day today. Oh my god. It's like a great fresh like template though for like a bunch of like steaming and clipping and painting and things like that that I'm about to go get into. So, you know, sometimes you just have to like rough it up. You know, I was on my bicycle, I was like out in like the environment, you know, there's so many chemicals in the sky. Oh my god. And now I'm gonna go handle my business. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys that for today because there's some messy shit that like really got started. I'm not gonna say too much about like all that's gotten started. It's just kind of too much. If I tell you it's like all that got started and that what got put down on paper to confirm it, a lot of shit would like really blow up. Also, too, before somebody jumped into something, they didn't know like the full extent of like how something was like going. Somebody did not know the full extent at all of like how far something had gone, what's like fully involved in something before they stepped into it, because just for attention. And that's how people keep on proving that they're like mentally ill, and this technology needs to be turned off because it's for people that are mentally ill to get attention, for people that don't want nothing to do with them, and that they shouldn't even be fucking speaking to. And I'm glad that they did this with this technology because everyone can agree that yeah, not everyone you should be talking to or trying to have access to. No, not everyone's your friend. No, that's not my friend. That's not my mate. That's not my age mate. There's concepts like that in indigenous culture. Is that your mate? And a mate is somebody that's like matching you in mind, body, soul, spirit. No, that's not somebody that I'm matching in soul. That's not somebody I'm matching in spirit. So I'm gossiping. That's not somebody I'm matching intellectually. No, that's not my mate. So why are you playing games? Okay, then that means that I'm incorrect. Thank you. So when you're incorrect, what do? You go away from people that are not incorrect, or else what? You die. So society and immigration and Westernism allowed you to really glamour yourself. Don't do that. Yeah, just don't really do that. So also too, I don't know if I'm gonna give you guys this, but long story short, Matt Haney had to stabilize the Middle Eastern community, and there was like some canvassing that I was like getting involved in today. And one of the things that's going on with that canvassing is that I came into the consensus that okay, I came into the consensus that well, I wouldn't say I'll say this is how I came to the conclusion of what they got started because I saw so it happened so much and it was something that was so new amongst like a group that's been consistently doing what they're doing that I knew something was wrong. So one of the things that got started is Matt Haney was playing with that sound technology, living in the Tenderloin. The corner store directly on his corner has shut down. There's about like several businesses, like 20 businesses all around that cannot use accept EBT anymore because of what he did, tapping the phone, playing games, and it was specific. It was a specific tactic. Nah, it was a specific tactic because the bodegas are different. There's like bodega ones, like where you can go and get sandwiches and delis and stuff like that. Theirs are different. Not all of them are owned by the same like families and peoples. I know that there's like different groups and stuff like that. They have like the Aki group, like all that, like different communities of people. There's even different cultures. Like no, not all of us are from Middle East or Palestine. Some of us are Yemeni. Some of us are, you know, whatever, Iranian, whatnot. One of the things that I will say though is that it was like specific stories that they were getting hit with that, right? And it's coming out that all those individuals, their families were trying to do stuff for farm rights, land, getting Palestine together, all that type of stuff. And that's the force that they chose to destabilize and play with. So they can play with several families. So they can say, oh, we can go play games with Rafa, Gaza, all that type of stuff. And it took him living there causing it because that was never a thing in San Francisco until you came here. Because we're from San Francisco. We've been running around Tenderloin. I know so many like things that go on in the Tenderloin. I'm telling you. Some of you guys don't know, like, if you won your last time, where you going to Tenderloin? If you don't have nothing else, where can you go in the Tenderloin to get money today? Let's start that as a challenge. Yeah, so Oh, okay, he compromising way too much, starting too much shit, been watching it for years. So I just wanted to say that he's the one that got caught doing that. That was him that was doing that. So you guys need to be careful before you're aligning yourself and getting involved in this shit because you just don't know how much that nigga has really done. Nationally, that went. So, that's a lot of people's bread and butter, like cash aid and food stamps. Like it's everyone's running in and out. They break even. They check like they break even because everyone's buying juice here, buying that there, buying this there. They're all selling different stuff. All kinds of stuff is going on. Yeah, they caused hella chaos starting that. And people are, it's like a bunch of appeals still going. There's no evidence they're putting down. They're just keeping it holding in the computer. Why? For what? What's the evidence? Fake you an investigation playing behind the scenes with starting shit, sucking fucking your family. So you guys, let that keep on going because what they're basically proving is that they have no reason to function in society, period. So in this whole thing, they're showing you they know superiority, right? My name's superior, and now even in the superiority, think of this. It's like just anatomical. Superior, inferior. Your acts are inferior. Our acts are superior. You molest kids, you play games, you start hella shit, you're disgusting, you believe in fuckery and nonsense and slop. You started a fucking website that do not ever go on this website. It's called rotten.com. Do not ever go on that website. Oh, you know about that. Do not ever go on that fucking website. So now, one of the things that's getting started here is that we're superior. We don't get involved in this, this, and this, and this. So when somebody's inferior, what do? They do backwards math. Like I need to get the bigger to come down here. Simple math. A negative will take a positive, make it more negative. Try to. It's simple math that they try to like put in these different places. So I say that to say is several also are going to get their head knocked off, and I'm not going to be online for a few days because something's actually getting settled with the media right now in regards to when they choose to release waves and waves of information for my channel, um, and then bringing investigators like, oh, that's dangerous, and that's this, oh, that's too much. Why are you starting it? That's the biggest thing about my channel, the fact that it's the feds starting this. You know what you're doing. No one is starting this but you. That's the entire point of chaos. To show that because of your fucking behavior, playing with crackheads, starting hella shit, looking for fucking drugs, causing chaos, driving to Guatemala, doing gully shit, lighting up the back streets, playing with me, starting too many wars that you got exposed and people retaliated. So stop making it seem like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Also, because you always went to go hide, it's like we have to keep this quiet. They're getting different fucking stupid ass white supremacists together in different cities and states and doing nonsense overnight. Like, oh, well, your family could be Nation of Islam, and they cut off everyone that's black their EBT card in the county. This is like think of Bay shit, like going from like Oakland and the Bay, and then they have like something like you guys know those Dublin stations or like Tracy or Livermore, like really more Tracy. Yeah, like okay, that's like right down the way. Why would you do that? Okay, so anyways, or like remember how Stockton used to not be so much in proximity, and they doing that just right there because of what they are fucking doing. And okay, now I see why they're keeping your channel fucking quiet. Thank you. That's what you created while you're running around with different stories. Like okay, I'll stop reading those poems. Okay, does that bitch know that? Okay, ooh, wait, what the fuck? Right, you're all getting like banned from like SSI, Medi-Cal, all of it because they really studied out those poems and those koans. If it can do something like that, oh, that's a very beautiful poem. If it could do something like that, then okay, you're not about to. That's done. Thank you. I'm telling you, she's the top blonde. Whoa, she's the top cop for the job. She's gonna get on Kamala Harris's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Good. Kamala Harris is so unprofessional. Anyways, you guys have a good day.